Good morning, friends. Today we are going to talk about RTI, which is Right to Information Act, how to file it, what is the procedure of it, and a practical experience on it. So RTI, which basically stands for Right to Information Act. First of all, it covers the whole India except the Jammu and Kashmir, whereas Jammu Kashmir Act is applicable there. So it is an act of Parliament of India to provide out for setting out the practical regime of right of information of act for citizens. Under the provision of Act, any citizen may request for any information from a public authority, which is to be required to reply within 30 days. So there are some state level RTI acts. They were first successfully enacted by some states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Delhi, etc. And now the scope of RTI, the Act covers the whole India. It is applicable to all constitutional authorities, including the legislative, judiciary, and executive. So there are two parties dividing. First of all is private bodies and then political parties. Private bodies are not within the Act's ambit directly, but whereas the political parties, according to the Central Information Commission has held, they said that all the political parties, national political parties, are public authorities and which has to be covered under this act. Now my friend Abhishek will tell you about how to file a RTI.
How to file an RTI application. But before that, you should know who are PIO officers. Public information officers are the persons appointed by the authority under the RTI Act 2005. Their main role is to provide information to the media as well as to the general public. So you can say that they are the spokespersons on behalf of government sector. So and each and government sector has a PIO officer. So if you're writing an application, you will write to them. So to file an application, there are two ways. If you want to go online, you can log on to rtionline.government.in, where they have given all the details to file it. For an offline application, first you need to frame an application indicating the sender's address of PIO officer for the same. For example, if you're writing for Ministry of Finance, write PIO officer, Ministry of Finance, and the address. As far as subject is concerned, the subject of the application could be seeking information under the RTI Act 2005. This will give a brief idea to the PIO officer. Now comes the body part. In the body part, you should write all the details of information you want to seek. At the end, it is useful to mention your address so that PIO officer can reply back. You need to know that along with this application, you need to enclose a demand draft or a postal order of ₹10, as it is an application fee. Now, when this application reaches to the PIO officer, it is mandatory for the PIO officer to reply back within 30 days' time. Now, you know that how to file an RTI application. My friend Atul will tell his experience about filing it.
Hello, I will be sharing my personal experience on filing an RTI application. I filed an RTI application in relation to my passport application, which was pending for over 8 months. I wrote an application to the Chief Public Information Officer, Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi. In the application, I had to mention the information sought, which I needed was basically why the delay was caused and which were the officials who were handling the application. Along with that, I had to pay a fee of ₹10, which I did by means of a demand draft, and this application was sent to the Ministry of External Affairs. After 20 or 25 days roughly, I got a reply from the Ministry of External Affairs saying that the reason why my passport was delayed, and along with it a list of officials who were handling my passport application. With that, I realized where the problem was, and I talked to that particular official and ensured that my passport was delivered as early as possible. So RTI is something which really works and it helps a lot. So it is something you should also try. Thank you.